Hello, Cancer. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your bonus reading for the first half of April. Hope you guys are doing well. This is a general reading as always. It's not going to resonate with every single Cancer out there. So please do take from it whatever makes sense for you and let the rest go. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, all of that information is down below in the description box, and I'll also have a list of all of the card decks that are used for this reading, Cancer. So what I'm using this time around by way of the focus messages, I chose these two card decks, When Spirit Speaks by Medium on a Mission and the Island Time Wellness Love Oracle deck. So we'll see what it is that you need to focus on first and foremost for this reading, for this bonus reading, Cancer. This could be for cross watchers. This could be for anyone else who's been guided to tune in here today. So angels and spirit guides for Cancer, please bring it forward. What is your first focus message here, guys? All right, I'm actually guided to this one here. Loss. Okay, so if you're feeling a sense of loss at this time, it's coming through here. And it's coming through actually, Cancer, as a focus message if you're struggling with that, or if you're possibly refusing to accept a loss that you've experienced. Okay, whether that is a loved one, whether that is a relationship, material possessions, whatever it is that you feel you have experienced loss in, it's coming through here for you to focus on it. Perhaps that's a situation that needs healing at this time. Okay, so let's grab some additional insight here. Additional focus messages here for you. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer. Let's see what else. Guided to this one here. The butterfly. Relationship evolving to the next phase. Healing the inner child and growth. Okay, so that's what the butterfly represents in this reading. And it's interesting, you know, it's talking about growth, and sometimes the only way to experience that really is if we lose something or if we go through challenges. So we'll see how the rest of this reading plays out, picking up off of that energy. All right, Cancer, so let's continue. Let's go ahead and grab some insight from the Pining Rose Love Oracle deck by Calico Moon. We'll start off with this one and see how your reading unfolds here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer for this bonus reading, first half of April. And growth, relationship evolvement, that's a good thing. We do have obsession followed by reunion. Okay, Cancer, so either you're coming through as obsessed about wanting someone back, wanting this reunion, reconciliation, or this is your person. And whoever it is that has experienced loss of a relationship, you guys are in separation, at a distance. Whoever it is that's obsessed with that thought, it's coming through here. We have messages. So perhaps, Cancer, you're thinking about reaching out to this person, or they're thinking about reaching out to you. Or you're waiting to hear from one another. There is a past life connection that's being reflected here. So you have connected before, Cancer, in a past life, and perhaps when you guys first met, there was that sense of familiarity, like you've known each other before, or that you guys just really connected and clicked and became really fast friends, and it turned into something more than that. But we do have the ex-lover card coming through here, so currently they are your ex, more than likely, Cancer, who wants you back, who wants this reunion, who wants to reach out, send you a message, whether they've already done that or not. But with the butterfly card represented there, relationship evolving to the next phase, there's a potential here that you might actually be able to bring this to fruition in the 3D, Cancer. But for right now, clearly you guys are not together. This could be how they see you, or it could be mutual. A dream come true. Especially if you are feeling that sense of loss, or if you both are. There's a lot that was left unsaid here in this partnership. So there has to be future conversations perhaps that can uncover the layers of what has happened here between the two of you. Okay, so let's add to this with the Mystic Moon Oracles, and let's see what else can come forward for this reading, Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer for this bonus reading. First half of April, please bring it forward. Surrender. So somebody had to let go. Somebody had to give this up for whatever reason. And this might just be the reason. This is the next card, third party. That's the reason. Outside interference. Excuse me. And yes, of course, third parties can represent infidelity, cheating, trust issues in a partnership, but not always. You know, sometimes that third party is some other factor that played a part in your relationship that drove a wedge between the two of you, whatever that is. It could be family disapproval, it could be geographical distance, whatever it is. It doesn't always have to be cheating, but of course it can be. You guys are currently at a crossroads because of this. And it's interesting, we have the regret card coming right after that. If you look at these two cards, female figure, male figure, so it could be my divine feminines who walked away and surrendered, and my masculine has some major regrets tied into what happened with this third party situation here. That's a potential. Look at this. We've got release falling right below ex-lover. So, yeah, you guys had to let go. But I feel it's my feminines who let go first, possibly. This is also letting you know, Cancer, that with this release energy, it's a time for cleansing. If you're holding on to any past baggage or burdens or just negative energy that might be weighing you down when it comes to this partnership, let it go. Especially if these regrets are weighing very heavily on you, because it's keeping you at this crossroads energy, which could be creating a bit of a stalemate here between the two of you and in your own life as far as progressing forward, not just in your love life, but other areas of your life that it might be affecting. We have victim. Someone's hands are tied, or they were made to feel like a victim. Could be my feminines here. And they found a way to break free from that and break free from these ties that were keeping their hands bound for some reason to where they couldn't take action. Maybe that's why you guys are at a crossroads. And they surrendered, they released. Perhaps you or you released them, Cancer, however way that is making sense for you. And then we have the fear card here. Could be my masculines who are feeling that fear for some reason. But it doesn't have to be so gender specific. Take it for how it resonates with you. And the fear card is falling right below unspoken feelings, so someone's afraid to really say how they're feeling. And look at this card, we have purge. So release, or surrender, release, and then purge. All of these cards are talking about letting go, cleansing, releasing. Third party definitely needs to be purged out of this situation. And look at this. We've got karmic partner, followed by inner child. These are all coming out in this order for a reason. We have healing that is so needed in this situation and in this partnership, and lessons that definitely need to be learned. And that is actually the second reference to inner child. Someone's inner child needs healing, and that's exactly what the butterfly card is talking about, if you can see that. Healing the inner child, and look at the direction that these cards came out. Inner child and healing. That's no accident. So, surrender the third party. Purge out the karmic. Very specific messages. Lessons that definitely need to be learned in this situation, Cancer. You're out of balance, possibly at this time, and that's something that you need to work on for yourself. And this inner child, somebody may have had a traumatic experience growing up, or just didn't have a very good example of what a good, solid relationship would be like, especially if someone came from a broken home, broken family, or just not a very good upbringing. Very interesting. Let me set these guys aside and let's go ahead and grab some tarot to add to this. All right, let's grab some insight from the Bougie deck by Salvia Dora of Eat, Read, Love. Angels and spirit guides for Cancer, please, for this bonus reading, first half of April. Angels and spirit guides for this reading for Cancer. What do we need to know here? We've got the Nine of Coins, which is Pentacles energy, that is Earth, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. The Nine of Pentacles is all about gratitude. It's about luxury too, so possibly money matters might be improving for you, Cancer. Being able to afford items that would be luxury rather than a necessity, perhaps. Being able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. It could also be reckless spending too, so just be mindful of that at this time. You do have the Wheel of Fortune right next to that. It's falling right below reunion and third party. So perhaps the Wheel of Fortune will help you as far as this reunion with your person. It is picking up off of fire energy here, Cancer, so you might be dealing with a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. But this is good luck here. This is change. This does indicate movement here. So it'll get you guys out of that crossroads energy eventually. It's a cycle of change, for sure, that needs to happen here. And with the healing card already represented here, we've got surrender, we've got release, we've got purge. So if you're actually helping this along, if you're doing the work that's necessary to help you move beyond this crossroads, then you will be able to move forward in your life, certainly, but especially towards a reunion with your person. Because if you no longer cared, or if they no longer cared about reconnecting, then you wouldn't be coming through with this loss focus message. If there wasn't that sense of loss. When we feel lost, typically it's because we want it back. You know, reunion is what they're wanting, and perhaps that's what you're wanting as well. But what's standing in the way of that at this time could be this third party. Now, for some of you guys, yes, there's a reunion that is possible, but with the Wheel of Fortune being represented here, yes, someone from the past is returning, but someone's undecided about the relationship, especially if there were third party situations and interferences in the partnership. So this all boils down to being able to learn those lessons as to what it is that you're willing to put up with and what it is that you're no longer willing to put up with. And that's what needs to be released here, those negative energies tied into that. If you can find the positivity in all this and why this happened and actually learn those lessons tied into that experience, then you can actually create ascension for the relationship and for yourself, Cancer. But it does represent abundance, good karma. So you guys can actually have success here in this partnership if you can actually both work on it. Because it doesn't just fall on you, Cancer, it falls on two people to be able to create ascension. And then you've got the Ace of Wands, which is beautiful. More fire energy here. The Ace of Wands, beautiful card, creation, willpower, inspiration, desire. And if what you're both desiring here is reconciliation, you could certainly have that. Aces typically represent new beginnings, and it's right next to the Wheel of Fortune, which is beautiful. Anything is possible with the Wheel of Fortune, and a new beginning is certainly here being offered to you. And if what you're wanting to create with each other is a new beginning, a new life, then certainly it's giving you the opportunity here. We do have the Strength card right after that, which is typically Leo energy. So that might be the person that you're focused on. This is inner strength. This is another card actually talking about willpower. So two cards here, picking up off of that. Compassion, inner strength, ability, the ability to overcome a difficult situation. Emotional attachments to the past. Okay, so it doesn't matter how long you guys have been in separation, the attachments, it's still there. It's still affecting your heart space. And I feel here, Cancer, that it might be mutual. Could certainly be mutual here. The Strength card, it's trying to grab your attention due to wake-up calls that are presenting themselves to you when it comes to this connection, when it comes to your life as well. So pay attention to that, because it could actually be a blessing. It might not seem like it at the time, but it is a blessing in disguise. You can achieve positive results in this situation, despite the regrets. You know, you guys have connected in a past life, so there were loose ends there that I feel needed to be followed up with in this lifetime. Look at this. The Ten of Cups. So even though they are your ex right now, and there's work that needs to be done here to release whatever negative energies are attached to this, you can ultimately experience that Ten of Cups, which is happiness. Fulfillment, a dream come true. And that's already coming through right here. This is how they see you, and perhaps that's how you see them. Now, another interpretation of this as well for some of you is you've released your ex, you've let them go, but maybe they're still obsessed with you, and you want to experience this Ten of Cups with somebody else if you've already moved on to someone else. And perhaps part of this wheel that is bringing this person back to you, perhaps that's why there is indecision there, especially if you've already surrendered and let go and moved on and done the work for yourself, healing that inner child, that growth that's already happened in your life. Perhaps it is this person who is at a crossroads, obsessed with you, about still wanting you back. But what's preventing them from coming back could be this third party, okay? So however way that is presenting itself in your life. We do have the Tower moment here. Could have been unexpected. It's this Tower for some of you that is preventing this dream for now from coming true. So the Tower is more fire. So there's quite a lot of fire presenting itself here. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, and then we've got Leo specifically in that Strength card. Yeah, so Tower, typically very unexpected, but it does create some major changes in your life, Cancer, and sometimes that's necessary in order for you to experience growth and to move forward. Maybe that's a part of the lessons that you need to learn. It's definitely very chaotic in energy, and I have a feeling that's got something to do with a third party here, or somebody who's coming through with obsessive type behaviors, and somebody still might feel tied to you, perhaps. They just can't seem to cut the cord, you know, even though they know that they either have to release you or you've already released them, however way that's coming through. But the Tower does offer you enlightenment, Cancer. It opens up your eyes and gives you clarity as to what it is that you need to do now, because it levels things out of your life that no longer serve a purpose, that no longer need to be there. And yes, it could certainly be indicative of going through a grieving process once a relationship breaks up, but then it offers you a second chance to rebuild from the ground up, whether that is towards a new relationship, whether that's a reunion, or whether that's just moving forward on your own. That's your prerogative. That is your choice. If you want to just be single at this time, you've had it with the Tower moment. You just want to be free and move forward and create healing and ascension for yourself. That is your choice. But there are those of you who had to go through that Tower moment, have those conflicts, go into separation. Some of you might even be divorced or are in the process of getting a divorce. And all you can do at this point, Cancer, is learn from those past mistakes and use those lessons, which is why it's here, as stepping stones to move forward and not repeat those patterns. You know, there's a reason why we have the third party and karmic partner being represented here. This could have been someone that you distanced yourself from, and either they are struggling to distance themselves from you. It could be them that's obsessed, that has this feeling of loss, like it's the end of the world for them, and you're just wanting to heal and move on, and perhaps you already have in another relationship. But at the end of the day, what the Tower is wanting you to know, Cancer, is that if you can just tap into your inner voice and into that inner knowing that at the end of the day, everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be all right. We have the Seven of Swords here. Okay. Air energy. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Now, the interesting thing about the Seven of Swords is that it's betrayal, it's deception. So yes, for some of you guys, third parties, karmic partners, this created that type of betrayal and deceptive interaction somewhere along the line in this situation. That was a part of your experience, Cancer. Interesting. All right, let's grab some romance angels here. But I do feel some of you guys have moved on. You have released this connection and somebody's obsessed with you, which is why you might just be a little bit weary having them come back if you don't want them back, if you've already moved on to a new relationship possibly, and they're coming forward as a karmic partner, somebody that just doesn't respect those boundaries any further, and they're all about what they want, what they need. This relationship could be very codependent. Karmic partnerships often are. Okay, let's see what else. Angels and spirit guides for Cancer for this bonus reading. First half of April. Absolutely, Cancer, you deserve love. You sure do. You are lovable. We've got Cupid's arrow in this photo. What this also reminds me of, since we do have a female figure in this photo, you know, somebody needs to surrender and let go, but perhaps they're not ready to, and they still want to be able to shoot that arrow in your direction. You deserve love, they deserve love, but, you know, if you guys are not on the same page as far as wanting this reunion, then that's what's keeping you guys at a crossroads. Here we are again with past life relationships. You guys have known each other before. That's being confirmed here. I'm not surprised to be seeing red flags here, considering we've got third parties, karmic partners, and then we've got the Seven of Swords with betrayal and deception. So in order for those of you who are interested in a reunion to have this happen, these red flags have to be addressed and taken care of. Because if they're not, this is what you need to do. Free yourself. Take back control of your life. We've got enough references coming through here, Cancer, to let you know that maybe it's time to detach. Surrender, release, purge, free yourself. It's all really coming through with the same type of message. So get rid of those red flags. If you can actually do that, then there is, of course, a fighting chance for you to come back into this person's life and or have them come back into yours. Next card is, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. There are those of you, of course, that this is letting you know, Cancer, it's still safe for you guys to love each other, but there's issues here that need to be worked through. And just in general, it is safe for you to love, to fall in love again. Lastly, we have very soon. So there is a decision that you need to make here, Cancer, to get you out of that crossroads energy. You got to make a decision one way or the other. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. And if what you're deciding is you want to move on away from this person, then you know which road you need to take. If you're wanting a reunion, then that as well is giving you a very clear indication as to which direction you need to go now. Okay, so since we have unspoken feelings here, there's a lot between the two of you that has yet to be expressed. Let's give those energies an outlet to be able to be expressed at this time. Okay, you guys are in separation, not together. So let's grab some insight from the 5D, excuse me, 5D Love Messages Volume 2 deck by Calico Moon. So this could be from your person, this could be from you. Take it for how it resonates. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer for this bonus reading. First half of April. Who needs to speak up? What needs to be expressed? Please bring it forward. Let's grab this bottom card here. All right, Cancer, what have we got here? Who needs to speak up? Is it your ex? Is it you? Okay, first one. You don't know this, but when we met, I felt my life was about to change. I felt something big. And maybe that's a part of their obsession. This is how they felt when they met you, that you have impacted their life in such a way that they can't seem to let you go, even though they know that they should. Next message. As soon as you backed away from me, I felt a huge pull toward you. I feel like I'm losing you, and I don't want this, even though I have acted like I did. That's coming through. Next one. This summer, I feel like something important is going to happen between us this summer. And maybe that is possible for some of you guys. Cancer season is during the summertime, so something of significance could certainly happen in your life in your love life, especially during the summer months. The question is it something that you're wanting to come back to you? Next message. When I think about you, I have to remind myself to breathe. I'm not used to feeling so many emotions. This could be your person coming through with that. Last one. Why do I feel like this is only the beginning? Okay, and that's because for some of you, there is the potential to start over. You know, you've already experienced a Tower moment, and the Ace of Wands, certainly the Wheel of Fortune, is giving you the opportunity to start over. The Tower creates a new beginning of sorts in that it levels things out of your life that no longer belong there. So you have nowhere else to go but up and to rebuild. So for some of you, if you're open to a new beginning with this person, that of course is a potential. But for others, that new beginning is moving in a different direction, either on your own or towards a new and different relationship that can offer you what it is that you're looking for. And that might apply for some of my Cancers, where we have that butterfly effect taking hold, you know, relationship evolving to the next phase, growth. So for some of you guys who've already moved on to another relationship, you might actually see some tremendous growth there heading towards the summer season during your own season. That's a potential. That's a possibility. Okay, so let's add to this with the Lover's Oracle. And again, this could either be coming from you or your person. Take it for how it makes sense for you. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer, for this bonus reading, first half of April. Let's grab this bottom card. Not surprised to see that one. Okay. Embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. So this is coming through for those of you who are interested in reunion and feel perhaps that they complete you, that they are the missing piece to your heart. It's like that missing piece to the puzzle when it comes to this partnership. So for those of you resonating with that, where you feel you do belong with one another, it is coming through here. And embrace, you know, it's a hug. And I feel for some of you guys resonating with that, you miss their hugs. You miss just the act of embracing one another. And here we are again with healing, okay? So lots of energies tied into healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. And for some of you guys that resonate with this, it's much needed, especially with a Tower moment. Healing is definitely needed to repair the damage of what's happened here between the two of you, especially if it's got something to do with third parties and karmics. Okay? All right, guys, so let's close this out with some additional healing messages from the angels. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer, to close out this reading. For this bonus reading, first half of April. There we are. What do we have? Nature. Let nature take its course. And if you are one to enjoy nature and just be out and about, you know, unfortunately right now with the whole social distancing thing, that's a little bit more difficult. But perhaps spend some time in your backyard just chilling and relaxing and just taking it all in and just de-stressing. For some of you, maybe that's what you need. We also have children coming through. For those of you who already have children, they're wanting to grab your attention here. Perhaps spend a little bit more time with them. Or they have been affected by what's happened here, with separations and distance, a family that's broken. emerging as the next card, which I'm happy to see that, because it's letting me know here, Cancer, that you're taking the time to work on yourself, to work on your own growth, to work on your own ascension, to work on your own healing, to be able to find balance within yourself. And eventually you will be at that point where you can emerge as a better version of yourself. Here we are again with freedom, okay? So free yourself, freedom, surrender, release, purge. For some of you guys, it's time to take back control of your life and break free from whatever is holding you down or preventing movement in your life, or what's keeping you at this crossroads. And this is the last card, Guardian Angel, watching out for you. You don't have to go through this journey alone, even though sometimes you might feel like you are. You know, if you look at that photo, she's sitting there and she doesn't even realize that she's being protected and looked after by her guardian angel. Okay, so you're not alone in this, Cancer. You're actually blessed and being protected at this time. All right, guys, so that's where I'm going to leave this one. I do hope that this was able to resonate with you, and if it did, I'm glad. And if you're interested in your own personal private reading, all of that info is down below in the description box. And take care of yourselves, be safe, and I'll see you guys real soon. Take care.